Welcome. In 2018, we had the pleasure of interviewing Miss Hazel May Gilliam, the 91-year-old matriarch of the Sandy Hook, Kentucky Gilliams, met with us to share some of her life's events. The mother of 8, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, a great-great-grandmother, sister, daughter, wife, and countless friends throughout the Elliott County, northeastern part of Kentucky. Our interview took place in Grayson, Kentucky, in an outdoor setting, as you'll soon see. With some family members watching on, we recorded Hazel and her recollection of childhood years, parents, and grandparents. So sit back and enjoy as we look into the life of Hazel May Gilliam. Miss Hazel May Gilliam, the youngest one in the crowd here, and we got some questions for her. So, Miss Gilliam, could you tell us a little bit about your parents and their names and maybe where you grew up?
Yeah, my parents.
Yeah.
Thomas Caldwell.
Your mommy's name?
Lonnie Jordan. Well, she's a Caldwell, but she was a Jordan before she married my dad.
That was a maiden name, okay.
Yeah.
I love that picture.
So, tell us a little bit about your parents.
We should have got some of you.
What they done?
Sure.
Well, my dad worked every day, and my mom was a party woman.
See salmon cake?
She went to these big parties and picked music. She's a musician most of the time. And when she wasn't doing that, she was out hunting for money in the tree stumps, digging and hunting for money.
Hidden treasure.
Yeah.
What kind of instrument did she play?
She played a banjo.
A banjo, okay.
She was a banjo picker. My mom was.
She was, Mom?
Yeah, she's a musician. She went to these parties and played music for them and kept the party going. And I never was in a party in my life.
So
She'd leave us at home.
I understand your mom was an Indian?
Yep, she sure was.
What tribe?
Well, her mother was a full-blooded Cherokee.
Okay.
Her mother. And her granny, her mom, was Indian too.
Do you know your grandmother's name?
My grandmother, Nan Jordan.
Nan?
Yeah. And Murdy was my papa. Murdy Jordan.
Okay. You know what they did? Know anything about that?
My papa, he read the Bible all the time. He was in books and...
Was he a preacher?
I never knowed if he was a preacher.
Okay.
He would read to the boys, and to me, I'd kneel down beside him. And he read the Bible all the time. He was all the time looking at books and Bibles and just different things. My papa.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But my granny, she was a cooking all the time.
So she was a housekeeper.
Yeah, she was a housekeeper. And she was a cooking and told us about her mom, what she done, and she string beans all the time. dried beans. What do you call them beans? Yeah. Dried them.
Leather bridges.
Yeah, leather britches.
And in case the listeners didn't realize it, we're next to Indianapolis 500 here with all the traffic.
And my mom, she'd cut up them big cushaws, that big, and she'd cook them in a big iron kettle on top of the stove. And honey, they was good. We eat them in big cushaws, great big ones. And pumpkin, she baked pies out of them, the pumpkins. But we eat the cushaws.
You don't remember what kind of work your papa did other than reading to you?
My papa
Yeah.
is all I ever know that man to do is in paperwork.
Really?
He done paperwork and read the Bible and read different. He was an educated man, some way or another.
Where did they live? Your
They
grandparents?
lived in the head of Middle Fork.
Did they?
They're all buried back there in a big cemetery, in the Indian cemetery, right in the head of McGoffin County. Yeah.
Okay.
And he was a good man, my papa was.
Did you ever hear any stories about their parents? Either your mama or your papa?
I wished I did know.
No, you don't
But
remember
I
any
don't.
stories like that?
I don't know about his family, my papa. This my granny, Mama's family.
You know what her maiden name was? Before she married your papa? No?
Sure don't.
Okay.
She went in that Indian name somewhere.
Oh, okay.
You might look it up and find it.
No, I couldn't. I tried looking it up. I couldn't find it.
You couldn't?
Nope. It stopped at your, actually it stops at your records at your mother. At, was it Cooney?
Yep.
Yeah. I couldn't find anything in the official records anyway now. There may be some other ones that I haven't seen.
That's all I ever know my papa did. I never knowed him even getting a stick of wood in or nothing. He just was in books and things.
Okay.
Every time I was around him, and we was there a lot.
So let's move up a little in time. And when did you meet your husband?
Oh, Lord. 50 years back. I met him in McGoffin County. There used to be people would hire people to work, and he worked for this man all the time for years on a farm, about 200 or 300 acres of land.
So did you meet him at that farm? Or?
Oh yeah.
You did?
When I was about 12 and 13 years old, I knew him. Yeah, because he'd come and do some work for us, you know, at his spare time. Yeah, if he got off from the other work, he'd come and do work for us, for my dad. Yeah, help Dad cut wood, big back sticks that big, and roll in the fireplace. And he'd last for a week or 2 weeks.
So when?
And then he went from there, so I don't know what happened then when he left. And then I met him years back, and that's when it happened.
So how did he ask you to marry you?
Oh, Lord. He was going down the street. I never would fool with him. But this time I did. We was all going down the street, me and my girlfriends. I had 2 girlfriends. They was Oxers. And Daddy had one of them. So he looked at me and come over and took my arm. We left them a-standing and went on down the street.
And that's the day he asked you to marry him?
No.
Okay, tell me about the day he asked you to marry him.
Oh, he was a worker. He didn't work around there no more.
Uh-huh.
He worked away in Ohio somewhere. He took me home at night. We went to a movie. And so he took me home, and that was the last I seen him for a while, because he had to go back to work in Ohio somewhere. But then he come back, and we got together again. And that went on for a little bit, and then he went back to work and come back, and then he asked me if I'd marry him.
Down on his knee? When he asked you to marry him?
No, we was going down walking down
Just
town.
walking down, he was sprung the question, huh?
Yeah, we was walking down the town on the street,
Uh-huh.
and he asked me. And I told him I'd have to study about it for a while.
So he didn't get a yes right away?
No.
Didn't think about it?
No. So I thought about it
But how long did you think about it?
for about maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Woo, boy.
She's told me.
Kept him a guess.
Yeah. And then I finally told him I would. So we sneaked off. My dad was working. We sneaked off and went to Paintsville. Caught a bus and got her blood test. And come back to McGoffin County and married there at the courthouse. And went home, went to my place.
Yeah.
And my dad come home at night, and he wouldn't come to the house. He'd heard about it. And he just walked that street that we lived in a little place off the road about like that. And he never did come to the house for a long time.
Your husband?
No, my dad.
Your dad?
My dad heard about it.
Oh, okay.
How? I
He was
don't
out
know.
there steaming on the sidewalk.
I don't know how he heard it,
Yeah.
but he didn't come to the house till late. And I just up and told him that I was married. So he just said, well, and that was him.
Huh? Now, how old was you when you got married?
I was 16 years old.
60.
Yeah. Sure.
And how old was your husband?
He was 20 years old.
He was 20.
I think he was 20.
So he was 4 years older than you.
Yeah.
It's 4 years.
Yeah.
So what about him did you like the most, the reason you said yes to marrying him?
So, done what now?
What did you like about him
I didn't like nothing about him. For a week or two.
Oh, for a week or two?
A week for sure.
Okay, so he kind of had to grow on you.
Well, we went to bed that night, and son, I wouldn't let him touch me. Well, went on for about a week, almost 3 or 4 days. He said he was going to leave. He started looking at me. He said he was leaving McGoffin County. So we got all right and stayed there for, oh Lord, we stayed a long time. We lived with my dad for a while. Well, I don't know, pretty good bit. Then we finally, Dad come home one day. He was mad. he thought we was going to move out. He got mad, and we left. We caught us a taxi and left Salyersville and come to Briar Fork. And I went to work when we lived on Briar Fork. I fed about 12 men. They was in the logwoods, working in the logwoods. And they'd come home every day for dinner, and I cooked for them for a long time. And then we put us out a big garden. We sold it. After I quit cooking for them men, we lived in about a 5-room house. About 5 rooms, and we boarded them men for, Lord, I don't know how long, and Dad worked in the logwoods with them. And we stayed in that house for months, and he worked. And I had to cook of a day.
When you're saying Dad worked with him, you're talking about Roller.
Who now?
You're talking about your husband, Roller.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're referring to him as Dad.
Yeah. We worked there for, Lord, I don't know how long. And we finally, a man come from Hitchens and offered Rudy Gilliam $1 more on the hour then to go to logwoods with him. So we moved to Hitchens. And he went to work. And that's when Calvin was born. About a year after, I guess, wasn't it?
That dollar raise is big money back then.
Yeah, buddy. Well, honey, he sure did. And Burl Gilliam, his brother, come and stayed with us and went to work too. And when they'd come in, they'd be wet with sweat, just a dripping off them of the night. Because Rudy Gilliam cut the trees down. He had to have somebody to cut the tree down. That man did. That hired him. And Daddy was a professional in cutting trees and working in the timber. So he gave Daddy $1 more on there to go with him.
So this was in the 1940s.
Yeah.
45, 46 time frame.
When we moved,
Well, what was they cutting with? Were they just doing manual saws?
that's all I ever seen.
They didn't have no chainsaws back then, right?
Oh, Lord, yeah.
Did they have chainsaws?
I reckon Bill Gibson, he was the one that come and got Rudy away from another man. Paid him good.
Yeah, I was just wondering what kind of tools they used.
Well,
But back in the old days, I mean, lumberjacks be out there with the big saws, and they have a guy on each end of it going back and forth.
well, he was in so much timber,
Yeah.
I never seen no
Well, he might
saw.
have had chainsaw back then, I don't know.
I never seen no saw,
Right.
but he was in so much timber, that he'd have a power saw.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Well, Rudy Gilliam worked for him for, Lord, years. And him and Rudy Gilliam would go out and get timber out off of people. And they went in the timber business. And he worked at that for years. Well, he quit that. Finally, Bill got disabled or something, the old man did. And he quit that and he went to the pipeline and worked in these pipes way off. There's a truck picked him up and he went and worked in the pipelines. He worked at that a while. Then after he got through with that, he went to the coal mines. Worked back in the hills.
So when did you end up over in Middle Fork in the place over there?
Do what now?
When did you end up in Middle Fork?
Oh, Lord. It was years. 'Cause he went to the pipelines and worked for I don't know how long. And then he went to the coal mines, and then after that, his dad come down and wanted him to move back to Elliott County. And that's when Phyllis and Larry both was born. Calvin and Phyllis was born up in Hitchens. So we moved from there and went back to Elliott County. And what did he do? He just went to farming in Elliott County. We started farming and we got our food and stuff out of the garden and stuff. Raised hogs, cattle. We had cattle, horses. I don't know how many cattle we had. We had milk cows, cattle, and we went to farming. Stayed there for years. Then we moved from there finally, and went to the A.C. Skaggs' place and lived down there and farmed down there. He's plowed them big bottoms up, and we worked and made a living, good living.
So when you moved to the Skaggs' place, how many kids did you have then?
2.
Just 2?
That's where Louise was born.
Louise.
Was born down there. Yeah.
Yeah, she's 3rd.
And then we moved back
Me
to
and
the
Calvin and Shirley.
yeah.
Okay.
Then we moved back up to the old place and had Shirley, Jerry, and had Jerry and Shirley and Johnny and David and Tammy. Yep, raised them. Stayed there and raised them. And they growed up and left home. All of them did. So I ended it. And then me and him lived there, and I lived there after he passed for a long, well, I don't know how many years. But I lived there. And
Ruley passed in 95. And then you were in the house alone.
Did what now?
And he died in 1995.
Probably did.
Yeah, I was looking at the record.
Mommy lived there till 2004.
2004 when the flood
When the
took
flood
your place
took.
and damaged your place.
Yeah.
No, the kids was gone then.
Yeah, the kids was all.
Every one of them. But when the kids left, Lord, I tell you, it's pretty bad
Yeah.
when they all left.
Yeah, after using that to having a bunch of them around, it kind of.
He just wasn't very happy man
Yeah.
when everybody left. Sure was.
I heard the flood. That was after we were together. Whenever that. But I'm not sure in 2002. So probably 2003 before when the flood came. Yeah.
Oh, honey.
So tell me about the flood.
Well, I'm going to tell you about Shirley.
Oh, you got to tell me about Shirley. Okay.
When
Yeah.
I was pregnant with her, she's lucky to be here. She's blessed to be here. Daddy was a farmer back on the hill, way back on the back of the house, back in them woods, where we grubbed and got all the timber off of it and stuff. He had a big bunch, he had 2 big horses, what do you call them? Barefoot horses. Huh? Belgians. And he was a farming with them. And I was about 7 or 8 months with her. For sure. And I stand at the kitchen steps, right on the edge. And here come them horses. And Daddy right after them. He was right after them. And honey, they didn't miss me that much. I was standing right on the end of the back porch where the kitchen was at. We had a kitchen in there. And I was standing right on the edge of that kitchen. Honey, they fanned me when they passed. And two of them. And Hazel Gilliam was right after them.
The big horse.
Lord, harnesses on them.
Huh?
Honey, they went down that road flying. Bridles on the ground, harnesses and everything. And he was right after them. They went to Roscoe Skaggs's and he found them, got them down there somewhere. But Lord, if they'd have hit me, honey, I'd have went and she would too. They come one her getting me. They didn't like but a very little.
When you're in this world and...
Honey, she's lucky to be here.
Yeah.
She sure is.
Okay, Miss Shirley, tell us.
So he went down there and gathered all of them up, brought them back up the road. Big horses. Them big Belgian. He got that horse off in Hazel Skaggs. Yeah.
So tell us about the flood.
Oh my goodness. Me and Jerry Gilliam had went to Paintsville. And he come up there that morning, picked me up, we went to Paintsville. And we stayed up there for a long time and come back. And he let me out. And it was barely a sprinkling of rain when we got back. I didn't pay no attention to it. So I went in the house and was a-fixing to change clothes. And by the time I done that, I come back out, he heard the phone ring, and it was Jerry. He said, Mom said, you want me to come and get you? And I said, yeah, come on up here and pick me up. Because the flood was coming off of them mine hills. It was coming both ways. And we barely got out. The Jerry's truck died, and he like to not have got started because the water was up on the wheels. And Nancy had barely got it out of there and made it out. She had been up there to Allen's or whoever who lived there. And your mom had barely got out of that place. I was waiting on her. And I never did see her go down the road. And so Jerry called her, and I told him to come on up and get me up. The phone was ringing.
So when he pulled out of there where that ditch was, how deep was the water?
He finally got out.
How deep was it?
We went up on the hill and watched the flood. And we waited. He had them young'uns with him, his grandkids. We waited till the flood went down. And I went back to the house and took the kids and got them something to eat. Went back to my house. The water was in my bathtub, my commode, and had been all over the floor and everything. And it had been in the bottom of my refrigerator. Yeah, it's all up in my commode and bathtub. That's where it was in the bottom of my bathtub. Well,
you could tell wherever the water line was
yeah,
in the house.
yeah. But we set up our for hours, and it was And Alan lived up there then, Alan. And he come down the foot of the hill and watched. Alan did. Sure did. And your mom barely got out, barely. And Larry started after me, and the flood backed him up, and he couldn't get up there.
Couldn't get across that bridge, probably.
Yep, sure did. He couldn't get up there. And Nancy barely got out of it until the flood come. And I always thought the Lord didn't want me up there no more, and He just burnt the house. That's what I've always thought. 'Cause I sure wouldn't have left. I'd have been back there yet.
Well, yesterday we got online and we checked some old records because there was some discrepancy as to what year you were born. But according to the official records, it comes down to, it looks like you were born in 1926.
I probably was.
And you thought it was 28. Somebody else
28.
thought it was 27.
Yeah.
But that would make you 91 years old today. And you're going to be 92 your next birthday.
I didn't think I was that old.
Yeah. Yeah. So mom's 91. It was on her last birthday, and she'd be 92 on her next one. So, out of all them 92 years, is there one thing in your life that you think about the most, that is the most pleasing to you?
Oh Lord, when the kids was little, growing these kids up.
Really?
That's when it was. Growing all these kids up. And I could tell a tale on her, but I won't.
You might as well tell it, Mom.
And that was a reference to Phyllis, of course.
You can tell it, yeah.
Oh Lord.
You might as well.
I really enjoyed having my young'uns. All of them when they're little, you know. Mm-hmm. Lordy mercy, yeah. That was part of the pleasingest time in my life. It was the awfulest time when they all left.
I understand that.
Yep, but it's when that kids was little. Yeah. And when we was working and stuff, you know. When we had cattle and hogs, Larry'd come up there and kill them hogs.
Had chickens.
Yeah, we had chickens. We had everything. See, when the mines come in, that weren't the farm. It destroyed it. We had corn, taters, Lord. Honey, we had big holes cut out and put truckloads of taters down them holes for winter. Yeah, we had plenty food. We raised it. I guess Calvin's gravel taters out of them holes. Ain't you, Calvin, or can you remember that? We dig them, put them in them big holes. Put slabs or something over the top, and then we'd cover them up. They couldn't freeze. Yeah, sure did. Yeah. We sure had plenty to eat. Them potatoes was like they was brand new. Just dug them out of the hole whenever we get them out. Just like we go to the garden and get them. They're sweet and good. Yeah. What we done. That's how we lived. We farmed it.
You had a message to the grandchildren that are not born yet, down the line, 20, 30 years from now. What would that message be?
That was born now when?
I said, the grandchildren that are not here yet, they're not born yet.
Oh, Lord.
Your great grandchildren. what would be your message to them? The one important thing that you'd want to pass on to them?
Oh, Lord, honey. Well, I just have to counsel them. You know how to do and things. Yeah,
Okay, but
that's all I
it's
know.
like you and me, we're not going to be around then.
No,
So, but this video will be.
that's right.
What will be the message that you would want to pass on to them? But do it today.
To do their own, raise their own food, and that's all I know to tell them. And just be straight, live right, do the right thing. That's all I know to tell them. Yeah, that's what I'd tell them.
Mom, thank you.
Well,
We're gonna put this in a little package, and everybody's gonna get a copy of it. Okay? I'm serious.
Mercy.
So your words are gonna be around for a long time to come.